transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
Welcome to the Locker Room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Apeon. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the Locker Room and Voice of the People television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not 2012, please the sport.
And it's Hakim Ziyech who puts the Atlas.
VOP TV. Now, you have more than a voice.
We encourage you to click on the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are Voice of the People TV. Also follow us on all our social media platforms. We are at VOP TV Live. Visit our website www.vop.ng for fresh and trending news. Also watch us live on SLTV channel 264. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television.
We are here with the leadership of VOP Television Lagos. We do appreciate this opportunity to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to our viewers all over the world and admirers. Cheers.
Empty hunger.
To the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and penchant for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things that makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
In a world where
Hello and welcome to the Midday News on Voice of the People TV. I am Solomon Offem. First, the headlines. Kebbi General Hospital explosion caused by fire, not bomb. Former AGF Malami and son face 16-count money laundering charges. Lagos police arrest 14 suspected traffic robbers along Lekki-Ekpe Expressway. Nigerian troops rescue 8 abducted passengers in Cross River. 7 journalists die in Gombe Road accident. FRSC awaits full report on Joshua accident. In business, Nigeria's telecom sector set for 2026 boost. In sport, Nigerian stars face suspension ahead of knockout round. And in the world of entertainment, Forbes declares Beyoncé a billionaire, 5th musician to reach milestone. Now we'll bring you details of the news. We'll bring you an update on a loud explosion at the General Hospital in Bagudo, Kebbi. The state government has clarified that was caused by a fire, not a bomb. The incident occurred in the early hours of Tuesday at the hospital's staff quarters. The secretary to the state government confirmed that all occupants safely evacuated the building before the explosion. No casualties were reported and only part of the building was affected. Security agencies, including the police and military, quickly secured the area and are actively investigating the cause of the fire. The government has urged the residents to remain calm and avoid spreading unverified information. Authorities commended the swift response of security operatives, emphasizing their commitment to the safety of lives and property. Residents have been reassured that the situation is under control and being closely monitored. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, the FCC, is set to arraign former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami San, his son, Abubakar Abdulaziz Malami, and an associate, Ajia Bashir Asabe, before the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday. They face a 16-count charge, including large-scale money laundering and illegal acquisition of properties valued at over 8.7 billion naira. The offenses reportedly occurred between 2015 and 2025, largely during Malami's tenure as Attorney General. The EFCC alleges the defendants used multiple bank accounts, corporate entities, and real estate transactions to conceal and retain illicit funds. Among the properties allegedly acquired with unlawful proceeds are luxury homes in Abuja, Kano, and Benin Kebbi. The prosecution, led by Chief J.S. Okotepa-San, will call investigators, bank officials, and company representatives as witnesses. Malami and his co-defendants are expected to enter their plea before Justice Emeka Wite. The Lagos State Police have arrested 14 suspected traffic robbers along the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway in the last 2 weeks. The arrest followed complaints from motorists over the theft of vehicle parts in traffic. The suspects were apprehended by the tactical squad at different locations along the busy corridor. Police spokesperson CSP Abimbola Adebisi described the operation as a clear demonstration of the command's commitment to protecting road users. Motorists have reported repeated attacks, particularly targeting high-end vehicles, with criminals often disguising themselves as street traders or beggars. Police have assured residents of ongoing investigations and increased patrols to curb the menace and restore confidence along the route. 7 journalists have tragically died in a road accident in Gombe State. The accident occurred while a NUJ bus was returning from a colleague's wedding in Kaltungo. The bus reportedly veered off the road after a tire burst around Kumo town in Akko local government area. 4 other passengers sustained injuries and are receiving treatment in hospital. Those who lost their lives include senior media managers, firm editors and public service officers. Their bodies have been moved to a morgue and officials have extended condolences to the families. Governor Inuwa Yahya described the tragedy as deeply painful and assured support for the injured. He urged residents to pray for the victims and called for caution on the road. 8 passengers abducted from a commercial boat along the Ikang-Cameroon waterways in Cross River State have been rescued by the Nigerian Army. The victims included 6 adults and 2 minors. Troops acted quickly after receiving credible intelligence from local residents about the abduction. They deployed along possible escape routes and pursued the suspected militants. The abductors abandoned the victims at the Iniabasi fishing port and fled into the creeks. All rescued passengers were taken to the brigade's location for documentation before being safely released. No casualties were reported during the operation. Authorities have urged the public to continue providing timely information to support security efforts in the area. Former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello has officially declared his intention to run for the Kogi Central Senatorial seat in the 2027 election. He made the announcement during a visit to the palace of the Ohinoyi of Igbira land. Bello addressed traditional rulers, religious leaders, and community stakeholders, formally accepting calls to contest the seat. He stated his readiness to represent the district at the National Assembly. The current governor of Kogi State, Ahmad Usman Dudu, and other political leaders were present and encouraged Bello to heed appeals from party leaders and constituents. Bello, who governed between 2016 and 2024, remains an influential figure in the APC. Local government officials and community leaders praised Bello for his past leadership and commitment to unity and development in the Ibira land. The Kogi Central Senatorial seat is currently held by Senator Natasha Potudwagan, the first woman to represent the district in the Senate. Let's give you an update with the Monday accident involving world heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua. The Federal Road Safety Corps says it is still awaiting the technical report on Monday's crash involving boxing star Anthony Joshua in Ogun State. Preliminary checks suggest excessive speed may have contributed to the accident. The crash involved Joshua's black Lexus SUV and a stationary Sino truck near the Sinoma axis of Shagamu. 2 of Joshua's friends died instantly, while the boxer and others survived with minor or no injuries. FRC spokesperson Olusegun Ogungbemide said patrol teams reached the scene within 3 minutes and emergency care was promptly provided. He noted that a full investigation will confirm the final cause of the crash. Officials also highlighted that no speed measuring device was active at the crash point, so impact analysis guides the preliminary assessment. The Corps assured that findings will be shared publicly once the technical report is completed. Meanwhile, British officials and Nigerian governors visited boxing star Anthony Joshua at a Lagos hospital following Monday's deadly crash at the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. The visit included the deputy head of mission at the British High Commission, Simon Field, as well as governors Dapo Abiodun and Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Two passengers in Joshua's vehicle, identified as Ayodele Kelvin Olu and Gami Sina, sadly lost their lives in the accident. Joshua is reported to be in stable condition, receiving proper medical care, while authorities continue to monitor his recovery. Governor Abiodun said he arrived at the hospital immediately after being informed and stayed for several hours alongside Governor Sanwo-Olu to oversee Joshua's care. Other officials, including the Inspector General of Police and the Director General of the National Sport Commission, also paid visit to the boxer. President Bola Tinubu was briefed and shared his condolences with Joshua and his family. A full investigation into the crash is ongoing, and updates on Joshua's condition and the probe will be communicated to the public as they become available. Joining us in the studio to help analyze the midday news is Barrister Darlington Agbomo. Barrister Agbomo, thank you very much for joining us on the midday news.
It's my pleasure, Solomon. How are you today?
Very fine, thank you. Let's start with the explosion that obviously the government, the Kebbi State government has confirmed that it is a fire, not a bomb, which caused an early scare that it's most probably going to be another terrorist attack. But it is good to know it is not a terrorist attack. But the fact that it is caused by fire isn't exactly good news either way.
What type of fire is that?
And that's what the details we don't have.
So they are lying. They are lying. Tell them I said they are lying. Fire doesn't explode.
Something must have caused the fire.
Yes. So fire does not explode. When these people want to lie to us, let them lie intelligently so that we can now say, okay, they should stop lying like children. How can fire explode? How? Please, ordinarily, when anything catch fire, it will stop burning. It will start burning. Is that not true?
True.
So what will cause the explosion? What will cause the explosion? Anyway, they cannot deceive me. They don't want to tell us what happened. So let us leave it at that. Simple.
So what do you think may have caused the explosion?
Until they tell us, since they don't want to tell, let it be like that. Fire explode. Fire explode. They didn't tell us what is that thing that made it. I mean, you don't lie like that. What caused the explosion? When something catch fire, it just burn. It doesn't explode. Is that not true?
True.
So what is the explosion here? Anyway, Solomon, please, if you find the person that told you that story, tell him that I said that he is lying. Let him come out with the true picture of what happened. Then we can do analysis.
Well, most likely, I hate to be a government advocate here, but probably because, according to the information, no casualty, no one was hurt, no one was killed. That's why the government probably decide, hey, let's just keep it on a need-to-know basis. No one died, so there's no need for full accountability.
But one part of the hospital went down, Abi. They say one part of the hospital building.
Yes.
Fire. Let's take it like that. I thank God nobody died. But please, they should not tell me that the fire exploded. Fire do not explode. Fire burn. Fire burn. It doesn't explode.
Let's move on to the EFCC charging former AGF Malami and his son on 16 counts of money laundering. What do you think of that?
In fact, I will not pity him, because this man did a lot of atrocities when he was in office. This man did a lot of atrocities, uncountable. At a point, NNPC accused him of withholding $2.4 billion, all revenue money. The National Assembly invited him. He went there and spoke grammar. After that, he disappeared from this country. Where is the money? 103 high-profile cases EFCC was handling. He collected all of them and sat on it. Our money that Abacha loot that he was supposed to recover, he recovered some and pocketed it. So what is he trying to do now, say now? Was he not the one that brought Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya? He was very happy and jubilating. And Nemesis are caught up with him now. Let him go and answer for all he did. Let him go and answer for it. In fact, I pray that they jail him. After recovering all the money and all the property, so he will pay for it.
So with these, would you say the federal government is finally, will I say, going big on anti-corruption campaign?
They are not fighting corruption. They want to make a scapegoat of Malami. How can APC employ you? You made more money from APC and you now want to take the money to ADC. If Malami were to be in APC, nobody will talk to him. But since the matter have already started, let it be logically concluded. At least somebody must pay for something at one point in time.
Yeah, that's exactly what some people are saying, that if he had kissed the APC ring, he probably wouldn't have been charged.
Exactly.
You obviously agree with that.
Exactly. Because there are many people who have stolen much more. And nobody is talking to them. The 210 trillion naira we are looking for now in an NPC, is it not with somebody? Are you telling me that if the EFCC go into the matter, he will not find out one or two persons that is connected with that money? But because it's an APC government, it happened under APC administration, that matter is already, nobody will find out.
I mean, but he also technically worked under the APC. I mean, he may not have technically kissed the Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led APC ring, but he worked under the APC.
But why did he defect to ADC? That is the issue here. He made all this money under APC. Is that not a fact? So he should have stayed with APC and then use the money to promote the party and all that. But apparently, he discovered that already in APC, the house is already full. There will be no space for him to pursue his ambition of becoming the governor of Kebbi State. And so he went to ADC. With all the money he has a chance. It's like somebody has been anointed in Kebbi already by APC. And so he went to ADC, believing that with the money he has, he can buy his way through. So they want to stop him. Let him return the money first. All the money he stole under APC, he should return it.
So, but does this give legitimacy to the opposition's call that there's selective justice here from the APC government? They are going after those that are not kissing the ring instead of actually fighting corruption?
One thing is very certain. APC cannot remain in office forever. One day another government will come in and will start chasing APC people. Is that not true? So it will go around. It's turn by turn. Turn by turn corruption fight. Is it not good like that? Because whenever you are in the good book of APC, Oshomole said your sins are forgiven. So when another party come into power, they will now remember the sins of APC people and punish them for that. It's better that way than to say that everybody should go free. Somebody must be punished to show an example.
And it's quite unfortunate that we don't have a strong opposition to put the ruling, party on its toes. When you also consider the legislature, the judiciary, that's supposed to be a proper check for the executive, and then we have a dead opposition party. We're talking about the People's Democratic Party (PDP), talking about Labour Party, talking about the ADC. That all have legal issues. No one to challenge the ruling party.
The greatest opposition APC have today is the people of Nigeria, who are bearing the brunt of this administration. In 2027, they will speak with their hand and with their feet. That is just the situation now. The people who will do the actual voting. I want to see how Nigerians will open their eyes. And enter into another 4 years of regret. So we are waiting for them on that day in 2027. Simple.
But there is a question of how will this work, though, where our electoral system is in shambles? It's probably going to be the same thing that people alleged during the 2023 election.
Already, we have seen some electoral amendments, but from all indication, if IREV and BVAS become legally binding, it will be difficult to rig that election. It will, especially if Nigerian people will come out in mass and vote. It will be very difficult because you cannot, no fly can perch on a hot iron. You see this person iron, whenever it is heated up, no fly can perch on it. So when the vote, when the gap is massive, you cannot upturn it. It's not possible.
So you think those electoral reforms will be done between now and 2027 by a lot of these lawmakers that will want to come back by fire by force?
The thing is already there. It's just for them to approve it and then let the president sign it. What is are we going to, is it another national conference? It has been recommended already and they told us. The National Assembly told us all the recommendations and others. So if they pass through the necessary stages, in fact, in 1 week, it can be done, in 1 week. So since they now know that it is necessary for them to do that, if they don't do it, then we are not going to ask them question, what is the delay? Are you not the one that brought out all these recommendations? So why didn't you sign it into law? We are waiting for them, those who want to return and those who want to come for the first time. If this thing is not done, the Nigerian people will be waiting for them. Yes, they'll be waiting for them. That's the truth.
Now, talking about kissing the ring, we have former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello officially declaring his intention to run for the 2027 election. This is one person that Nigerians have been wondering what happened to all the allegations of misappropriation, what happened to EFCC or ICPC charging him to court. And apparently he kissed the ring and all his sins have gone away, so much so that he has come out to declare his intention to run for 2027.
Of course, we should be asking the EFCC chairman, who vowed that if he does not prosecute Yaya Bello, he will resign. This is a man who's supposed to be in prison, in correctional center by now, because the evidence is there. The money he paid upfront for children, unborn children in his family, the American school in Abuja had to return the money as evidence. So, what are you telling me now? The evidence is so glaring that you don't need any discussion on this matter. That evidence is enough to prosecute him. Yet, EFCC is dilly-dallying. And the man had the temerity to tell us that he's going to contest for senatorial position. Can you imagine? That is Nigeria for you.
And again, this still gives legitimacy to the allegations that the government is fighting corruption selectively.
Yes, I agree with you. I dare not say it here. I agree with you. If you are in their good book, you can do anything and get away with it. Just be in their good book. That is all you need to do. Remember all the chasing that went into Yahya Bello when he was doing hide and seek with EFCC. At the end of the day, what happened? What happened? Nothing. So that is Nigeria for you. That is Nigeria for you. We have people who are above the law in this country. That is who are above the law. And you say you are going to build a decent society with this kind of shenanigans. It is not possible. My take is that we need a cleaner. You know, the white man that created the pencil created the eraser, Abi? So if you write something that is not good, you use that eraser and clean it. We need a cleaner in this country to come and clean this mess because it's already a mess.
And of course, it's contesting in the same position as Natasha Akpoti.
Yes, that's the game plan. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think his chances will be? Obviously, they're not in the same party. Natasha is in the PDP. What do you think his chances will be?
The people that voted Natasha are with her. Yes, they are with her. So, I'm sure Natasha will give him a bloody nose with the way he ran Kogi State and with all he has done so far. That was why the lady said they plan to eliminate her so that it will give Yahya Bello an easy ride to the senator, to the senatorial seat. And now the woman has beaten them to their own game. And so, no matter what Yahya Bello does, the people of Kogi Central are with Natasha. They love her so much. So, I don't think she will lose that election, except she decides not to run again.
And so far, she has not come out to say anything to the contrary.
Of course, the time is still coming. Maybe by 2026, we'll hear from her.
So let's go to the next topic for discussion, which is obviously the different road crashes we've had in this period. It's not exactly surprising because this is usually the period where you have more road accidents this time of the year. And then we have two situations here. 7 journalists that tragically died in road accident in Gombe State. And of course, most popularly publicized is the accident of boxer Anthony Joshua. What do you think of that situation? Well, some will say our roads in Nigeria have been terrible, to put it mildly. But in these situations, these people also have a hand. You know, we know we have bad road, but at the same time, you have to be careful how you drive on any road, let alone a Nigerian road.
You see, I have an issue with this particular accident.
Which of them, the journalist or Anthony Joshua?
Let us start with that of Joshua.
Okay.
Now, where Joshua is living, where he came from, the delay shouldn't have happened. They know that accident occurred, and that is why they provided what? Safety measures along any freeway in America. When things like this happen, you don't take time to evacuate and rescue lives. But look at how long it takes. It was even street urchins and the bystanders that were helping to bring out human beings from that wreckage. Meanwhile, you have road safety. Road safety. On that stretch, they should not be far from each other because of things like this. Because you see more terrible accidents on a freeway like that, highway, express road, because of people speeding and all that. So you provide things. The inner street and inner roads in the cities, you don't see such a terrible accident. Is that somebody brought somebody and all that? That's what you see. But in a highway, you need that was why road safety, they call it road safety. So where is the safety here? 2, the speed limit check you don't have on those roads. Or in fact, all our highways, you don't have it. But this thing is a given. In American cities, in American highway, the things we need to copy, we don't copy them. We don't copy them. It is the wrong thing. So you cannot be building highway like that without providing what? Safety nets for the people using that road. Because of the nature of these highways, the loneliness and all that, these things must be there 25 hours, not even 24, round the clock. But did you see any there? No. The answer is no. Then 2, people are talking of speed limits, or that it was because of overspeeding. I agree. But what did you do to checkmate it like they do in other climes? You have limit pointers, speed limit pointers that will tell you, look, you are overspeeding in any highway outside Nigeria. If those things were there, they would have pointed it at them that, look, you are speeding too much. Maybe they would have become cautious. Then the truck that parked on that highway that caused the problem, no see caution. Nothing to indicate that, look, something is happening here. These are some of the careless lifestyle we have developed in this country. And when things happen, we start looking for whom to blame. What is government doing to provide all this? That is their responsibility. That is part of protecting lives and property. By thinking ahead, by providing those things that will checkmate the excesses of some people. Is that not the responsibility of government? To checkmate it like in other climes? Please tell me. So when you do not do it, the only thing you will do is to make a phone call to give us updates. What is that supposed to mean? It's like closing the barn door when the horse has escaped. Will your phone call bring out the lives that have died? Okay, with what has happened now, is there any effort now to do the needful in terms of checkmating our express and highways in Nigeria? The answer is no. The answer is capital no. When one serious incident happens, we discuss it for a day. The following day, all of us will move on.
What we see them check rich cars.
Those are the who pay money, yes. So that's it. So when corruption has taken over the system, what do you expect? There are speed limit breakers all over in big cities. UK, US, and Canada is there. And it reduces the cases of serious accidents. That is why when Yuletide is approaching like this, you see accidents. We say it's because of it happened. No. Other cities, does it happen like that? Did you hear that the rate of accidents have increased in America, in UK, in Canada, in Australia? Did you hear such a news? It is only in Black Africa.
Well, we end it here. Thank you very much, Barrister Darlington Agumo. It was a pleasure talking to you.
It's my pleasure too.
You're still on to the Media News on VOP TV. More stories after the break. Stay with us.
It's every headlines. In a world where power shifts, it's every headlines. News breaks and events happens. We bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not speed. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People Television. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome back. This is the Midday News on Voice of the People TV. The All Progressives Congress in Kebbi State has suspended Dahiru Nahaya, the chairman of Benin Kebbi local government and Algon chairman. The suspension is effective immediately following reports of alleged misconduct and actions deemed harmful to the party's unity. The decision was contained in a letter signed by the Kebbi Central Zonal Vice Chairman of the APC. Party officials say Naya's conduct undermined and embarrassed the party, violating its constitution. During the suspension, Nahaya is barred from entering APC offices or participating in any party activities. The APC warned that any further misconduct could lead to harsher penalties, including possible expulsion. This move comes as part of the party's efforts to maintain discipline and preserve its image in Kebbi State. Officials emphasized that the action reflects a commitment to enforcing the party's constitution across all levels. The Director General of the Nigerian Tourism Development Authority, Dr. Ola Awakan, says Nigeria's tourism growth depends on promoting creative and cultural platforms. He made the statement at the 19th edition of the Culturati Festival in Lagos, which attracted government officials, creatives, and tourism stakeholders. Dr. Awakan reflected on his personal journey, recalling performing on the same stage years ago. He said this shows how cultural platforms can serve as powerful tools for tourism and national branding. The festival features music, dance, fashion, storytelling, celebrating Nigeria's diverse culture. Key dignitaries, including the Secretary to Lagos State Government and traditional rulers, attended the event. The NTDAG's DG called for stronger support for cultural festivals to attract investment and global attention. He added that these events also preserve heritage, stimulate local economies, and create sustainable opportunities for creatives. And out to business news, the Association of Telecommunication Companies of Nigeria, ATCON, is forecasting strong growth for the sector in 2026. President Tony M. Mokpere says this follows a year of consolidation and stabilization in 2025. He highlighted that broadband penetration has now crossed 50%, driven by high data consumption and services like streaming and digital payment. Operators are also adopting solar and hybrid energy to reduce diesel dependency. Mokpere praised the Nigerian Communications Commission for maintaining transparency and enforcing quality standards. He added that government initiatives like Project 774 and the proposed National Fiber Backbone will further boost connectivity. Looking ahead, ATCON plans to expand data centers and last-mile broadband access across the country. The focus will also include protecting critical infrastructure, harmonizing right-of-way charges, and supporting indigenous operators. Nigerian businessman Femi Otedola has sold his 77% controlling stake in Geregu Power PLC for $750 million. The transaction was carried out through his 95% stake in Amperium Power Distribution Company Limited, MAM Energy Limited, an Abuja-based integrated energy company, is now the new controlling shareholder of Geregu Power. The deal was financed by a consortium of Nigerian banks led by Zenith Bank with Blackbird Capital as financial advisors. Geregu Power confirmed that Otedola's sale does not affect the company's public shares on the Nigerian exchange. The company remains one of the most capitalized and profitable of the market, valued at 2.85 trillion naira. This change reflects a major restructuring in ownership but ensures stability for investors and stakeholders. Market watchers say the sale could further strengthen AM Energy's position in Nigeria's power sector. And after sports news, former heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua is stable after a serious road crash on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. 2 passengers in his vehicle, both foreign nationals, sadly lost their lives. The Nigerian Boxing Federation president, who is also Finance Minister Wadi Yedu, has expressed condolences and called Joshua a national treasure. He also extended prayers to the families of the deceased and the boxing community. The accident reportedly happened when Joshua's SUV collided with a stationary truck in Imaku, Ogun State. Authorities confirmed he is receiving care at a specialized hospital in Lagos. Joshua has been in Nigeria for sporting events and community engagements following his knockout victory over Jake Paul. Officials urge motorists to drive safely as investigations continue into the tragic accident. Former Super Eagles players are on the brink, four Super Eagles players are on the brink of suspension ahead of Tuesday's AFCON clash against Uganda. They face the risk after receiving yellow cards in previous group matches. Striker Victor Osimhen and forward Ademola Lookman are among those cautioned, along with defender Semi Ajayi and goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali. Another booking could rule them out of Nigeria's round of 16 fixture. Coach Eric Chell may have to rotate the squad to avoid risking key players. Paul Onyochu and Zaidu Sanusi are on standby if any suspension comes through. The team is focused on keeping its knockout hopes alive despite the disciplinary threat. Fans are urged to cheer positively as Nigeria looks to secure a win against Uganda. And on entertainment news, US singer Beyonce has been declared a billionaire by Forbes magazine, making her the 5th musician in history to reach this milestone. The 44-year-old achieved the landmark after several lucrative years, including 2026 Renaissance World Tour, which grossed nearly $600 million, and a 2024 Grammy-winning country album, Cowboy Carter. In 2025 alone, Forbes estimates Beyoncé's earned $148 million before taxes, ranking her the 3rd highest paid musician in the world. Most of her wealth comes from her music, global tours, and ownership of her back catalog, though she also has business in hair care, whiskey, and fashion. Beyoncé joins a select club of wealthy musicians, including her husband Jay-Z, Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, and Rihanna. Nigerian rapper and actor Falz the Bad Guy and the French-Senegalese actress Liliane Maroon have been announced as hosts of the 9th edition of the All African Music Awards, AFRIMA, in Lagos. The event, organized by the International Executive Committee of AFRIMA with the African Union Commission and Lagos State Government, will hold from January 7 to 11, 2026 in Lagos. Falz becomes the 2nd Nigerian to host AFRIMA after music legend Tu Baba, while Liliane Maroon brings global appeal and a strong African identity to the stage. The 5-day event will feature the Welcome Soiree, African Music Business Summit, the AFRIMA Music Village, nominees and industry party, and the main awards show on January 11 broadcast live to over 84 countries. Fans across Africa and the diaspora continue to vote for their favorite artists in 39 award categories via the official Afrima website. And that's it on the media news. Before we go, a quick look at the headlines. Explosion hit Kebbi hospitals, no casualties. EFCC former AGF Malami, his son, faced 16-count money laundering charges. Lagos police arrest 14 suspected traffic robbers along Lekki-Ekpe Expressway. Nigerian troops rescue 8 abducted passengers in Cross River. 7 journalists die in Gombe Road accident. FRSC awaits full report on Joshua accident. In business, Nigeria's telecom sector set for 2026 boost. And in sports, Nigerian stars face suspension ahead of knockout round. And in the world of entertainment, Forbes declares Beyoncé a billionaire, 5th musician to reach milestone. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. On YouTube, we are Voice of the People TV, and on other social media platforms, we are at VOP TV Live. If you witness news happening near you, we want to hear from you. Send your eyewitness report, even event coverage, request photos or videos directly via WhatsApp to 0814-606-4057. You can also reach our newsroom by email at news@vop.ng. I am Solomon of Good afternoon, and thank you for watching.
What happens in the hush behind hangar doors? Who signs the papers that gamble with lives? Which truths were grounded before they even ever had wings? If you've ever buckled a seatbelt at 30,000 feet, if you've ever stared out of that tiny window and wondered who's really in control of the skies, it isn't just flight, it's power, it's politics, it's pressure sealed in steel. We're peeling back the clouds from runway risks to sky-high secrets. We're diving deep where most dare not to look. Aviation Scope, every Sunday at 7 p.m. only on Voice of the People TV. We don't just report, we reveal. We don't just ask, we uncover. Because when it comes to the skies, ignorance is turbulence. Aviation Scope, the sky isn't the limit, it's just the beginning.
In a world where truth is the ultimate power and opinions scream the loudest, it's time to wade through the noise.
Hunger no get tribe! Hunger no get religion!
And scan the human interest and trending topics that matter. Stay tuned to The Issues, your plug to the stories making the buzz, from politics to science and technology, social justice, and more. Let's tackle the tough questions and expose the truth. The Issues on Voice of the People Television, Mondays to Fridays, 8 to 9 p.m. The Issues. Don't just react, understand.
It's a season of love, a season of joy, a season to celebrate you because you deserve it. From all of us at Voice of the People TV, we only want to wish you a very merry, happy Christmas and a prosperous new year ahead.
This year has been so amazing with you in it. And that's why we're saying from Voice of the People TV, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And we love you.
You've been wonderful all through the year. And this is from us, Voice of the People Television, saying Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year to you all. See you at the top.
Hello there, my name is Damilola Ogunsi, also known as the Goldfish.
Hi, my name is Chiki Bright Emmanuel. I'm an actor and a filmmaker.
Hello peeps, my name is Yomi E. Adejimo.
Hi everyone, I'm Paul Utomi.
Hi everyone, my name is Stacey Benjamin and this is Voice of the People TV.
I need you to keep it locked to VOP TV. See, are you looking for good entertainment? You want to get good movies, good music, politics, talk shows, sports and entertainment. You really want a channel that gives you everything you need without you having to run around. VOP is where you are. That's Voice of the People.
If you're not listening to this, you're not one of us. And you deserve to be killed. Scrap chat. Don't be killed, but watch it. Or I'll find you. And I want you.
And you are locked on VOP TV. Don't go nowhere. This is where the juice is. This is where all you need for entertainment, politics, movies, and whatnot.
And keep watching VOP TV.
So keep it locked because I'm locked already, man. And it's money back guarantee. So you're going to have a good time because I do.
And please keep watching VOP TV.